Hello guys, boy TG. Today we're back with some more free agency news. So just saw some little bit more free agency that went down, and I'm gonna give it to you guys right now. First, just want to say I'm rocking this Bass Pro Shops hat. I decided to wear it in today's video. Kind of looks good on me. But anyway, let's get back to hockey. So we got some news that Pilat signs a 5-year contract with the New Jersey Devils. So Tampa Bay giving away another player. Well, actually, no. Pilat not re-signing with Tampa, and he goes to New Jersey for 5 years. He won 2 Stanley Cups with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and now it's those back-to-back Stanley Cups. Let's look at the stats for this year. Pilat. And guys, before I tell you his stats, this dude has been coming up so big in the playoffs when the Lightning needed him most. Well, until they lost to Colorado. But anyway, he has been coming up with some huge game winners in the playoffs. Like, I want to take you back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I think the game was tied up at 2. Final minutes of the third period, Pilat put the puck right past Igor Shesterkin to give the Lightning a 3-2 lead. So that's a game winner from him. And then go to Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Pilat with another big goal to give the Lightning a 3-2 series lead. And of course, I don't think he had no game winner in Game 6. But before Tampa lost to Colorado in the Stanley Cup Finals, when we all thought Colorado was going to win the Stanley Cup at home, Pilat scores another huge goal, puts the puck right past Darcy Kemper, and the Lightning forced the Game 6, which we all know how that turned out. The Avalanche closed it out in 6 to win the Stanley Cup. So I just wanted to tell you guys that he has been coming up so big in the playoffs, scoring all these game-winning goals. Let's show you his stats. He has 49 points in 77 games, 18 goals, 31 assists, 49 points for the 2021-2022 season. Obviously, okay kind of season. Probably could have expected better from a solid player, but it is what it is. So, Pilat is no longer a Tampa Bay Lightning. He is now a New Jersey Devil. How many years has he played for the Lightning? Let me look that up. That's why I'm using my Chromebook, guys, to look up the stats and all that other good stuff. Let's see. He played with the Tampa Bay Lightning for 10 years. So 10 years with the Tampa Bay Lightning. He played with them back in the 2012-2013 season. In his rookie season, he had 4 points in 4 points in 14 games, 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points. So I like to see how Pilat does with the New Jersey Devils. Next up, we got Dylan Strome going to the Washington Capitals for how many years? Sorry, guys. Dylan Strome going. I saw somewhere, guys, before I started this video. Let's see, search for him. So Dylan Strome signs a 1-year contract with the Washington Capitals. So obviously, not going back to the Blackhawks, which I'll talk about the Blackhawks in just a sec. I'm not going to talk about them right at the moment. I'll get to them in just a sec, guys. Obviously, I am a Blackhawks fan, and I already know how this season is going to turn out for the Blackhawks. They're probably going to be terrible. Probably going to finish last in the league. But anyway, he had 48 points in 69 games, 22 goals, 26 assists, 48 points, for the season. So Dylan Strome is going to the capital USA, Washington, D.C. Like to see how he does there with Ovi and Darcy Kemper, Nicholas Backstrom, T.J. Oshie, and all those other Washington Capitals players. So no longer Chicago Blackhawk, and I don't blame him for not re-signing with Chicago based on the signings that Chicago did. So, and I don't blame Jonathan Tage and Patrick Kane for leaving. But like I said, I'll get more into the Chicago Blackhawks in just a sec. And speaking of former Blackhawks players, I'm going to talk about Kevin Lankin. So Kevin Lankin, he's not playing with the Chicago Blackhawks next season. He is going to be a Nashville Predator. He signs a 1-year contract with Nashville. As you guys didn't know, they got Ryan McDonough now, so he's now Nashville Predator. And they just got Kevin Lankin for a 1-year deal with Nashville. So I like to see how he does. UC Sauls is the starting goalie. But as you guys didn't know, he didn't play in the playoffs. I think he was injured. And that's how Nashville got swept by Colorado. There was no UC Sauls. I think if Nashville had UC Sauls in the playoffs, they probably would have had a 50-50 chance of winning that series against Colorado. But Colorado is so stacked. Colorado's so good. That's why they won the Stanley Cup this year. And they took out the Predators in 4 games. So maybe Kevin Lankin might be a solid backup behind UC Sauls. Okay, moving on to some more news. Guys, I want to eliminate, I know I said this in my last video, but Johnny Goudreau is now a Columbus Blue Jacket. So I don't know what went down with Calgary. I did see that he was going to test free agency. Maybe he was trying to see if he was going to resign with Calgary or go to another team, which he did that. He is now a Columbus Blue Jacket. So I like to see how he does in Columbus. Obviously, it's going to... And I saw on Facebook, guys, he is scared of that canyon. So when the Blue Jackets score... So if you guys are Blue Jackets fans, and if you go to Blue Jackets game, you would know that when the Blue Jackets score, that cannon goes off. And I think it says, "For those about to rock, fire." And then it goes off. Giant Hockey is scared of that for whatever reason. Some people think it's funny. And some people don't think it is. But hopefully he gets over his fear of the cannon, because he's going to be playing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And he's going to be at home games for them. And he has to get over his fear of that canyon for whenever the Blue Jackets score a goal at home. So that's what I want to talk about. Now, let's talk about the Detroit Red Wings. So obviously, Stevie Y signed David Perron, Andrew Copp, and Ben Sherratt to the Detroit Red Wings. Obviously, as you guys didn't know, Steve Yzerman played in the NHL. He actually captained the Red Wings to, 3 Stanley Cups, 1997, 1998, 2002. So he's played in the NHL. He has some NHL experience. He is now the GM of the Red Wings, and he signed some 2 forwards, 1 defenseman. Those 2 forwards being David Perron, Andrew Copp, and Ben Sherratt. And it says here on the NHL website, General Manager Steve Yzerman, P.S. Stevie Y is his nickname. General Manager Yzerman hopes free agent additions can help end playoff drought. Obviously, maybe it could, maybe it couldn't. The Red Wings are rebuilding. They got a lot of young talent over there in Detroit. Lucas Raymond, Morris Seider. P.S. Morris Seider won the Calder Memorial Trophy this year. That trophy is handed out to best rookie of the NHL. So it's handed out to the best rookie in his first season. and Mort Sider was the favorite to win. Obviously, I wanted Trevor Zegras to win, but he was not the favorite. And I want to state why I wanted Trevor Zegras to win the Calder, because the kid is so talented, he's skilled, and he's going to have a bright future ahead of him in his NHL career. And when I mean he's talented, you guys seen it. He's been doing the Michigan over and over and over and over again, and he scored that goal, that blindfolded goal in the All-Star game. You guys didn't watch. The All-Star game was in Las Vegas, and John Gibson, his teammate, put a blindfold on Trevor Zegras, and the mascots were throwing dodgeballs at him, and Zegras, with his superb skilled talent, he scored an unbelievable goal. So that was just cool to see. But anyway, let's get back to Detroit. So maybe these signings of Perron, Kopp, and Sherrod might help the Red Wings to become a playoff team once again. They added Ville Husso to the team as well. So I think they still have Alex Nedeljkovic, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe if Nedeljkovic plays his best, and if Husso is kind of playing his best, being that solid backup that he's determined to be, maybe the Red Wings might make the playoffs. And if Mort Sider, Lucas Raymond, and Dylan Larkin steps up for them as well, then I can see this team being a playoff team in the near future. But anyway, let's get back. Let's go to the Chicago Blackhawks. So honestly, you guys know how the Blackhawks are doing. They're rebuilding. I think they're trying to go for Connor Bedard. P.S. He's my age. But anyway, they're trying to go for Connor Bedard, in my opinion, because they're trading away. They just traded away Alex DeBrincat to Ottawa, Kirby Dach to Montreal, and Chicago's just rebuilding. Like Kyle Davidson is just turning the Blackhawks into a whole new team. Obviously, they signed some players. They signed Andres Antonescu, Colin Blackwell, Dylan Sakura, and a whole lot of other players that aren't really that good. So I can see the Chicago Blackhawks finishing last or second to last in the league, probably getting the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NHL Draft. Probably going to go for Connor Bedard, like I said. So I just see that happening. And I don't see Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane playing for the Blackhawks. You guys didn't know. Patrick Kane, well, I saw this on Facebook. I don't know if you guys saw it somewhere else. But I saw on Facebook where Patrick Kane was going to leave the Blackhawks, and the Colorado Avalanche are thinking of getting Kaner. And Jonathan Toews, I don't know what Jonathan Toews is going to do. Maybe he might retire. Maybe he might go to another Stanley Cup contending team and win himself a 4th Stanley Cup. But I think Patrick Kane might go to either the Avalanche or the Rangers. I'm thinking of the Avalanche because the Colorado Avalanche are eager to get Kaner. And I think it's a done deal. I mean, Kyle Davidson is rebuilding the Blackhawks. Kaner's looking to win himself another Stanley Cup, just like Jonathan Toews. So maybe Kaner might go to Colorado. Maybe he might go to New York. But as long as he goes to a Stanley Cup contender team and wins himself another Stanley Cup, he will be happy, and he won't have to deal with the rebuild that Kyle Davidson is doing with the Blackhawks. What I think Kaner and Taser should do is they should sit down. They should have a one-on-one conversation with Kyle Davidson. Be honest. They don't want to be say that, man, I don't want to be part of this rebuild. I want to be traded to another Stanley Cup contender team. I'm 30-something years old right now, and I want to win myself another Stanley Cup before I retire. So, please trade me. I don't want to be part of this rebuild. I just don't want to be part of it. I mean, this team's going to suck. This team's not going to get any better. This team might be a playoff team in another few years. But as of right now, I want to leave Chicago. I want to go somewhere else like Colorado, New York, or just some Stanley Cup contender team. I don't want to be part of this rebuild. So they might say something like that. They might be honest. They probably won't be too harsh. They'll just be honest, saying they want to be gone to another team somewhere. All right, let's talk about Connor Brown. Because I think I saw where Connor Brown was traded. So Ottawa had traded him to the Washington Capitals. So the Capitals picking up another good, well, I wouldn't say good player. I would say more like a solid, maybe AHL type of player. So they acquired Connor Brown from Ottawa for a second round pick in the 2024 NHL draft. So Connor Brown, no longer Ottawa Senator. And Ottawa's trying to become a playoff team once again. Obviously, Erik Karlsson's not on the team. They got Alistair Brinkett. They got Tim Suso. They got Brady Tkachuk. They got Cam Talbot. So they're looking to become a playoff team in the near future, too. And I can see it happening. But as of right now, no, I don't see it happening. So maybe in the near future, they might be a playoff team. As of right now, it's not happening. But let's look at Connor Brown's stats for this year with the Ottawa Senators. So he had 39 points in 64 games, 10 goals, 29 assists for 39 points for Ottawa. And he did play, and before he played for the Senators, he did play for his hometown team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. And like I said in my last video, no matter what Toronto does, they always choke in the playoffs. They can make a billion trades and a billion signings if they have to. They're still going to choke in the playoffs. Or maybe they won't make the playoffs. And it kind of feels happy. This might be stupid for me to say, but Toronto fans might feel slight happy because at least they don't have to watch their team choke in the first round. So, again, like every time Toronto makes the playoffs, they choke in the first round. 2013, first round, Game 7, loses to the Bruins, thanks to an overtime goal by Patrice Bergeron. 2017, I forgot who scored the OT goal, but it was in Game 7, and the Maple Leafs choked. 2018, Bruins beat the Maple Leafs. 2019, Bruins beat the Maple Leafs. And 2020 was a qualifying round, which they lost to Columbus. 2021, lose to Montreal. 2022, they lose to Tampa. So Toronto keeps on choking in the playoffs. But that's all I'm going to talk about today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit it with a subscribe button, like it. I'm trying to build up this channel. It's a Hockey Talk channel where I talk about NHL news, hockey products, or I even might put some videos of me playing hockey. So make sure to subscribe and like the video so you won't miss another one. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. And I'll see you guys next time.